in Belarus, where the country's embattled president has been facing mounting pressure to resign. Workers heckled him during a visit to a factory on the outskirts of Minsk earlier, and several hundred employees of state television, a key part of the government's propaganda machine, went on strike. This comes as our Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, stated that the UK does not accept the result of the Belarusian presidential election. Well, Professor Elena Korosteleva joins us. She's from Belarus and is Professor of International Politics and Director of the Global Europe Centre at the University of Kent in Canterbury. Professor, very good evening. Incredible scenes. If the president was actually heckled today, that would have been unthinkable a few weeks ago.
Absolutely, and it makes the entire movement so inspirational, so arresting. So basically what has happened and why the protests still continue is that we are not just dealing simply with a rigged election, which results have not been recognized by a number of countries now, including, of course, the UK, but also the fact that what has occurred after the elections, violence and torture, over 7,000 people were imprisoned, over 800 people now filed complaints about their injuries. They were brutally beaten up. And about 1,000 people still remain in hospitals after being released from prisons. But also political prisoners, they're still there, especially the core figures who were arrested before, when the election campaign began. So no wonder people are protesting. No wonder people are coming in large numbers, still coming in large numbers. But yesterday, the show of solidarity was absolutely unprecedented.
Now, the opposition leader, she went to Lithuania immediately after the election result. She made complaints to the Electoral Commission, I think was detained there for 7 hours. She went to Lithuania where her children are, but she's also been speaking out today in a televised address. Now, how important is she here in unifying all the various opposition groups?
Well, until recently, she was seen very much as a figurehead of this mobilization of people. But I think what is happening now and the way she has now presented and addressed people, she's increasingly becoming the leader of the nation around whom people are ready to rally in order to defend and demand their freedom. So not only her address today was actually very clear in terms of the core messages. One of them was obviously to free all political prisoners, and the second one is to run independent and transparent elections with international observers present, but also the fact that the way she delivered it and the way people responded, I think it is becoming very important, and also the fact that the second, her supporter, Maria Kolesnikova, who still remains in the country, how she comes to address the people. So I think the moment is there, but they need to kind of consolidate that leadership and now actually show the people the strategy forward.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. That's Professor Elena Korosteleva from the University of Kent. Well, time to